What were the major deciding factors on just doing the 1 year deal with Seattle?
For me, the biggest thing with the 1 year deal was in regards to prioritization. It's something that, uh, if I'm quite honest, I'm not happiest about in our CBA because it's just really limiting what professional women's basketball players can do in their off season and their ability to make money overseas. Um, so with a 1 year deal, I have a little bit more flexibility in technically what I can do in 2023 as we try and figure out this prioritization.
Yeah, thank you. Breanna, you talked about prioritization, and I think, that's something we've been thinking for a while is going to come. And I'm just wondering how big a factor do you think that's going to have on a player like yourself who is so valuable overseas and here, and just how you're sort of sorting through that issue. I know it'll be coming, relatively soon.
Yeah, prioritization is like the biggest topic of conversation, I would say, for me in the WNBA, especially in the next couple of years, because it's to be able to play overseas in UMMC, Katerinburg, where basketball is very valued, where we're treated really, really well. Obviously, able to make a lot of money. So it's just hard for me because, with the prioritization, you're cutting off one of my sources of income and not substituting it. So I think that, that's something that needs to kind of be figured out. Luckily, I don't think until 2024 is when things really come into play as far as being potentially suspended for the season. So to be honest, I don't know. I don't have a great answer for what's going to happen, but I think that it's going to affect a lot more players in the WNBA than people think right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Michelle. Howard Megdal. Go ahead, Howard.
Hey, Stewie, thanks for the time as always. I just two parts to it then. Just want to make sure that we have a sense of what you're saying out of this. When you say there was never a chance that you were going to go anywhere this past offseason, you signed a 1 year deal and you're talking about it in terms of prioritization. Are you saying here today that you're committed to Seattle for the long term, or is there a chance you might go to a different WNBA team next season?
I mean, I thank you for the question, but I'm committed to Seattle for this season, and I think that that's going to be the biggest priority. Is we're going to focus on what happens right now and not really think about what's going to come in the future. I think that, as you guys can see in free agency, we are definitely in win now mode, and we want to, make sure that we're contending for another championship, as well as appreciating as much time as we have on the court with Sue.
And then just related to that, you spoke about prioritization coming up. You obviously can write your own ticket wherever you want to play, given the stature you have as a player. Is your future in the WNBA something that is under discussion in your mind after the 1 year that you've signed?
In an ideal world, I would like to be able to play in the WNBA and overseas as much as possible, because I think that, I have a reach in both communities, in the European game, in the EuroLeague game, in the WNBA. I think that with everything to come with Puma, with signature shoes coming out, it's a really difficult situation, but I don't think, not playing in the WNBA is a possibility.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.